Okay for you guys. There's roughly 5'6", 1.6 metres of pole sticking out of the sand. Underneath that, I'd reckon there'd be another 15 foot. Down below it, there's a box that had a series of terminals inside, which was used to monitor things like water pressure and salinity and all different types of stuff. If I just swing back up here to the sand dunes behind it, in 2009, which you'll see on the still photos, that was about 10 to 12 foot high, a wall. The photo you see with all the plastic tubes, well, that all ran way out into the ocean. I'm going to swing around in a second, folks, so just hang on. The nylon tubes run from the box under the sand and way out there into the ocean. Mind you, they didn't last very long because Mother Nature's like that. And they measured, what did I say, head pressure and stuff like that. Not real sure what they measured, but it was interesting for the scientists who used to come down here and monitor it. So here's another view. We're looking north now, and if I swing up there, almost directly behind the pole, way over at New Brighton, whoops, there's an identical pole. I reckon sometime about late 70s, 1980, they were installed. The interesting thing about them was this pole, when you have a look at the still photograph, naturally it was in the same position, it hasn't moved. But over time, this pole was almost covered by sand and out to about where those people are. So this was all sand dunes and vegetation as I'm sweeping back up here. And in 2008 and finally in 2009, well, the pole's been exposed again. So in other words, we lost something like 40 metres each. That's a lot, isn't it? So this central locality, as I call the pole, if we look down along the beach you can see the just behind the pole there is the surf tower, and way down further, if you might be able to pick them out, is the dog walking, or is it the dogs taking their humans for a walk? Anyway, they all get a bit of exercise, and it's a service that's provided by Maritime and Council and all of that sort of stuff. So where is this secret place? Can't tell you. But if you look up John Fowles Bruns video channel, you might get some sort of an idea. That'll be a clue. The Bruns in John Fowles. John Fowles Productions Inc. or Brain Dead Movies. Not quite sure what. What am I doing? I'm standing here in a 40-knot friggin' gale. Photographs. This is the big surf they're talking about, and it's going to get bigger. But more importantly, I'm going to sweep around here, and here's the identical pole to Brunswick Heads. It had all the same gear on it, nylon pipes and God knows what. And I've got photographs of the dune face taken a couple of years back, and this face here was 20 foot high, a sheer face all the way along here, and you'll see some stills that I'm going to add to this. There's quite a lot of sand here, and it's going to take a huge sea to do anything that's going to endanger the houses. But one shouldn't talk too quick. One shouldn't. Focusing back on the pole, up there in the distance, or not too far away, is the remains of a rock wall that was put in here ages ago, and I've got photographs of this which I'll shoot into this film sequence somewhere. Just getting a bit of a shot of the surf. Currently we're talking about low tide here, so you can see there's quite a bit of beach, but I reckon by tonight the waves will be up to me and further, perhaps. strong the wind comes from the onshore. We'll see. Yeah, so it's pretty flat at the moment, as I said, low tide. But this morning's tide come up to just about here, and tonight is a big high tide. They're talking nearly 2 meters. That's pretty big. It certainly will come up this far, and the storm swell will roar up this beach. But what we're going to do is take a shot of the pole, and then I'm going to do some physical measurements. I'll catch you soon. This is a rock wall at the end of Gagan Street, New Brighton. Underneath there is hundreds of tons of rocks. We'll see what happens after this weather.